From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken comes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nerd Asylum by Night, which is Nerd Asylum's actual play Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition charity stream, where we are raising money for Riley's Jordan's Hospital. If you want to affect the game in real time and do things like add dice to die pools, give rerolls, raise or lower hunger, summon some enemies or some friends or some frenemies, then check out the donation link below the stream, or which will be occasionally posted in chat. Or if you're watching this in the future on the YouTubes, then it will be posted in the description below. Where we last left this coterie, question mark, they had attempted to infiltrate and investigate St. Grace Hospital by posing as OSHA. They did not make it in the door, because then they were confronted by their good friend Gideon, who is a doctor at the hospital, and it's also his domain. Gideon, after hearing about the possible presence of a member of the Sabbat in his hospital, helped them sneak in. They went down to the morgue to investigate claims of bodies disappearing, and immediately found two questionable kindred with a moving body bag, and all chaos ensued. There was a lot of fire. There was a lot of gunfire. The Sabbat kindred from Lindsay's vision showed up and began to wreak havoc with shadows. A Nosferatu attacked Victor, who then went into his full Krynos werewolf form and wrecked his shit. And in the end, everyone fled from the hospital through the docking bay in the morgue through a truck that was possibly stolen. Theoretically stolen. It's fine. They went back to Gideon's home, Gideon's Haven. And while talking and processing everything, Lindsay got annoyed after the mention of Pottygate and went back outside, where she got a call from her good friend Tony, who was in distress. After going to Tony's house in a hurry, she found Tony lying in his room, clearly having been embraced by a Nosferatu. And so that's where we pick up, in the car with Lindsay and Tony driving down the streets of Heligdom. Where are you going?
I'm going to Dark Tales.
Okay.
The only other Nosferatu I know. To Dave.
All right. Are you just showing up, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a good 20-ish minutes.
Oh, I'm speeding.
It's a good 15-ish minutes.
Yeah.
As you make your way down to the southwest side of Heligdom, to a very familiar hulking warehouse-like building surrounded by trees that you've been visiting quite a bit lately. You know that the easiest way to get to Dave and where he stays is by the access door that leads up to the upstairs area, which is locked from the inside currently.
Pounding on the door.
The noise of it echoes off into the night as you just slam your hands into this metal door, and Tony's kind of like huddled next to you, still in like his normal clothes, clearly very unsure what's going on. And a couple moments later, you hear, all right. Jeez, god damn it, fuck. And the door opens and you see the familiar face of Dave. Just, what's going on? Who is this kid?
Tears.
What's going on? Are you okay?
I need you to take care of my friend Tony and help him. He's newly embraced.
I mean, Sure, look, we're good friends, Lindsay. I'm not running a daycare over here, though.
I know. Just I have to go take care of something.
Oh, okay. Do you need something? Do you need some snacks or
No.
a hug?
I'll get that from you later.
Oh, okay. Where are you going?
I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to get hurt. And she turns around and leaves.
And you just hear him like, "What the? All right, come on, kid." Yeah, that as you walk away.
His name is Tony.
Fuck you, Tony.
God damn it.
All right. Where to?
You know where to. I'm heading to Nicholas's penthouse.
The skyscraper that houses aesthetic photography and the penthouse that you stayed in for 4 long years.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at Gideon's Haven, after some comforting from Hank, he is much in better spirits. He actually goes off to a different room to make a couple phone calls. And Hank offers bags of blood for anyone who can take it. He offers clothes to Victor, mac and cheese to Victor. They had some like cheese puffs that they were eating, or he was eating while they were watching the movie.
Sure. Sure. Just gonna take some of that food. Actually, if there's coffee,
yeah. Oh yeah, I can make you some coffee. Yeah.
yeah, I just indicate me where I can make myself a cup.
Yeah, and he leads you over to down a couple of hallways, down some stairs into a kitchen that is fairly well cleaned. It's very antique looking. This is clearly a very old house. And hilariously, there is a Keurig in this antique kitchen that he like points you to. A Keurig, an automatic coffee maker.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it is very modern compared to the rest of the kitchen around you.
Yeah, just gotta prepare some coffee, and after having that, go trail back my way to. Is there like a fireplace in this area? Is there like an area that one could just sit down and chill? Is there like
a lounge?
A lounge, I suppose.
There's plenty of like couches and living room and we were up in the den watching the movie. I don't know if you're gonna want to watch that movie. It's kind of risque, but
I just need a moment to.
Yeah. Hank shows you to kind of like a almost like a study.
Okay.
You haven't seen anyone else so far.
I am not gonna make the question about that. Victor is like either they're just hanging out in the night, or the stereotype of the coffins is way too real, and I'm gonna wander into a room full of them, and it's like I'm gonna sit here, the cup here on the chest, and just drinking every now and then, but almost seemingly lost in his thoughts.
Okay. What about Lucian and Basil?
Lucian returns from the back door and, hey, Basil, I went to go find Lindsay. I don't know where she went.
Like she's gone with the car? I mean,
like gone. Like the car's there, but
nope, the car's not there.
Oh, the car's not there.
The truck. No, she did go back down, and then she took the box truck that you guys had taken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the truck is gone, and she's gone.
Yeah, that sucks.
You don't seem concerned enough. Am I not
I'm good. He's got like whatever blood was offered like in his hand, but he hasn't take it, like he hasn't drank it yet. he's having a time.
Okay. You're obviously not okay. Lindsay's gone. Victor's Victor. Things are kind of falling apart here, and I don't know what to do.
We're all still here, so just...
No, we're not. That's my point. We're not all still here.
Can I hear them from where I'm sitting?
Say so. Yeah, it's a very quiet house, despite being as large as it is.
Victor will take a deep sigh. I'd stand up and go to them. I still have my phone if you want to contact Lindsay. I have her number.
Yeah, can you try to get a hold of her? I don't know. Lucian just comes down.
Well, you don't have a phone, Lucian? What?
I do have a phone. I forgot that I have a phone. I don't know how to use the damn thing.
You don't know how to... How? Okay, I'm not sure if this is like a personal question among you people, but how old are you? From what decade of the 20th century, the 18th century?
We're not that old, Victor. I just don't use phones often. Stasia was the one that did all the phone stuff.
Well, somebody has then to learn how to take the bike without the training wheels. Meanwhile, I'll take the call this time.
Thank you. You could have just done that and not, yammered on for the last 5 minutes.
I am waiting for her to answer me right now. Just waiting.
Oh, you were calling and talking. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Bit stressed.
I work as a lawyer. Do you think I don't do this kind of things often?
Thought you were a real estate agent.
Lawyer,
It's
legal
both.
estate agent,
That's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. Legal estate. I mean, you have to be a lawyer to be something like that, right? Well, you could be.
No. You're still a businessman, though. So
Either way,
businessman.
Victor, you're a bloodsucker just like us.
I'm a no. I will hang the call. Listen, I am not.
Did you just
that
hang
kind of
up the
person.
call? God damn
She's
it.
not answering. Okay, I
Hey,
will call
Google,
again.
call Lindsay.
Google Collins.
I'm calling again. I
Oh
just
my
go
gosh.
and call again. I'm just...
One of you gets the busy signal. Lindsay, as you're driving, wherever your phone is, it's buzzing, and it's buzzing. Neither of you get an answer.
Turn it off.
Oh, you turned it off.
Yeah.
Then in that case,
As I'm going down the road. I decline calls, turn it off.
I feel like what happens is Victor does the first call, you turn off your phone, and then the other two calls afterwards go straight to voicemail.
How often does Lindsay just turns her phone off?
Like, never.
Well, she is not exactly in a good state then.
Great. Just great.
But more like she's probably in danger.
Thanks. That's very helpful, Victor. Appreciate you being here.
Would you prefer if I lied to you?
Right now, yes.
Basil,
Mm.
your phone begins to buzz.
I'm gonna check it immediately.
It's Dave.
I'm gonna shoot back the blood and then answer.
Hey, Basil.
Hey, what? Hi.
Hey, do you know what's up with Lindsay?
Is she with you?
So she like showed up just banging on the door, and she dropped off her friend here with me, and then she left and she wouldn't tell me where she was going.
She wouldn't. Do you have any idea? He slaps Lucian on the arm to get his attention.
She wouldn't tell me. I asked her where, and she said, "No, you'll just get hurt," and then walked on off. And I'm stuck here with this kid. Like,
what kid? What?
Tony?
Okay,
Tony. Yeah.
You're with her, Tony, Lindsay's friend, Tony, the human kid.
Oh no, he's not human. This is one of my kids. Not my kids. He's one of me. One of my people.
Okay.
That's not good, is it?
That's bad. Did she say anything else about like what happened?
No, she just kind of showed up and said, "Take care of my friend," and then left.
Okay, thank you for calling. I'm gonna connect with the others, and then if we show up, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just knock on the you know which door, Basil. You come here enough.
Yeah. Thank you. This is exactly what we needed. We will maybe see you.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Thanks. He's gonna hang up and turn to the other two and just be like, Lindsay was with Dave and dropped off Tony.
Oh fuck. That was her like friend in
So I sense a pattern here of your people, family, friends, close ones being quite unprotected.
Listen,
This is
Victor,
kind of a
aside
unique
from the fact that you've
situation,
said you
man.
people several times tonight.
Sorry. Kindred. But also you people as... Okay, the first one was as kindred. The second one as you people, I mean, the four of you, but also goes to kindred. Okay. Why you don't keep more tabs on friends and family? Like, I'm not... Okay, that sounded a bit aggressive on my part. Sorry.
I understand what you're saying. We don't have time for that. I think we need to head over to Dave's, like, immediately. We don't have a way to get there. We're going to have to walk, because the box truck is
Well,
gone.
you see that Hank is kind of hanging out in the doorway like, "Do you all need a ride?"
Yes.
Do you have one?
Well, okay, so I can take you to where you need to go immediately, or I can take you back to the hospital where your car was.
My car is
How close
fast.
is the hospital?
Yeah, we're like 5 minutes from the hospital.
Let's go there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, Hank.
Oh, of course. Dude, y'all have saved my life at least once. So honestly, I owe you. Not to mention Gideon's life, as he kind of, ushers you towards a, for lack of a better term, a carport, where he gets you into his car, and you guys head off to the hospital to grab Victor's car.
When we arrive there, Victor will... Would he manage to grab his keys out of the things that he dropped when he...
So what I figured happened when you were in your Krinos form and you like scooped up your stuff, I feel like you kind of grabbed your jacket, which had phone, keys, wallet.
Perfect. Yeah.
Maybe even your knife. I don't know.
Yeah. As we're getting there, Victor will toss keys to Basil.
When you guys get there, you do see that there are fire trucks and bright flashing lights in the parking lot.
Could we get to our car and get out without... Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You just also happen to see some consequences of your actions.
What were you learning?
Gideon's actions.
Not important right now. Gideon's actions. Ugh. So Victor gave Basil the keys.
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Okay. Well, I was gonna yell at you to not use caution and to go fast, but fucking fast.
All right.
Yeah.
I imagine Basil of anyone is capable of driving a sports car fast. All right, and you guys head off to Dave's. Meanwhile, Lindsay, in your box truck, you pull up to the skyscraper. Nicholas's skyscraper. What's the plan?
She has no plan. If we're completely honest, she's pissed and she is just walking into this building.
I would say it's a good 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
The door's locked.
I'll break the door in.
Okay. Are you going in like
Wait,
a
do
security
I have a
door?
key still?
I don't know. Well, did he let you have keys in the first place is the question.
I feel like he did because he expected me to come back like right away.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try my key.
Are you trying like a front door or are you trying like a back security door?
Probably the front door.
It's one of those that it's like a glass sliding door.
Yeah.
The key still works.
Cool.
You unlock it, you have to kind of push it open because it hasn't been activated for the day.
No.
The lobby is silent, dark. As you make a beeline for the elevator.
Yep.
It's a long ride. Eerily quiet.
I'm preparing my gun.
Well, we agreed you had 16 shots left.
Yes.
Where are you going, to the penthouse or are you going to the studio?
Penthouse. At this time he'd be there.
Okay. The doors finally slide open into a dark hallway.
Okay.
Give me wits and awareness.
Okay.
And while you do so, everybody hydrate.
Shit, I have water.
No.
We'll run for water.
2.
2?
Yeah.
Oh, you're focused. Yeah. Damn, out of all those dice.
I know. What a night for my dice not to roll well.
The dice speak for themselves.
Yeah.
So you walk purposefully, focused on your destination, down this hallway. And you make your way towards the door that you know leads to the penthouse. Your shoes click on the tile floor as you make your way. And the door's not locked.
Sus, but I don't think Lindsay cares.
You open it?
Yes.
Okay. When you do so, you step inside to the painfully familiar penthouse. All austere, white and black. Big canvas photos on the walls. The occasional plant or out of place seeming like artifact, like historical artifact or something. And across the way in the living room at the never used obsidian fireplace, sitting in his chair, Nicholas is waiting on you.
You couldn't leave it alone.
You couldn't stay where you were supposed to be.
I am not connected to you anymore. Decreed by our prince.
Who's to say that I did anything?
I hold up the fucking necklace
He smirks.
and I take a shot.
Roll me Dex and firearms.
This bitch. Ah. Uh, 4.
Oh, I have forgotten what I gave him. Two, 4. You said you got 4?
Yes.
You take a shot,
Mhm.
and suddenly he's not there.
This bitch.
Suddenly, he's directly next to you. I told you you'd regret it.
The hand would reach out from the darkness
Fucking
and
hell.
go strike at your neck, grasping palm to jaw, index finger to jaw, and a visage would appear in front of you, such as this.
And Nicholas smirks.
I think I'm gonna try and break away from this guy in front of me.
I believe it's going to be strength and athletics.
Ooh, good. Ooh, good. Yeah. So good for me.
Our Nosferatu friend, please roll me strength and brawl to oppose.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you're way better at this than I am.
Once or twice, you know. Three successes.
5.
Oh.
I got a crit.
Nice.
She's stronger than you expect.
Hmm.
She pulls herself out of your grip.
In violent times, you shouldn't have to sell your soul. And he would start to step around you, and he would reach below his robes that are stained in what can only be described as aged rust and bleach and God knows what else. And you would recognize what he pulls out. A blade about this big.
Bitch.
My favorite ex. I get to finish what I started. And he goes to jab at you again.
I'm gonna dodge?
Lindsay, Dex, and athletics.
I feel you say that with more like.
Can I rouse the blood?
For dexterity?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Give me a rouse check.
I succeed.
Mm.
I have like 3 dice to this, so
Corpse, I believe it's either strength or dex and melee.
4.
1.
Okay, that is a margin of 3, which is superficial. Halved is 1, as he just gets you.
Oh, look. It's right next to the blood stain that you left last time.
Gonna take a shot.
At point blank range,
Yes.
you would note that Nicholas has stepped backwards at a distance, but is watching this with more enjoyment than you've seen in a while.
This bitch.
Dex and firearms. Ooh, look, somebody has rapid reflexes.
Somebody does have rapid reflexes.
Or dex athletics. And I believe celerity.
4.
7 missy crit.
You messy crit again?
Yes.
Every session.
Like,
Every
The
session.
gun is it?
what?
It's just a Rego pistol.
It's a +2.
A Rego.
A Rego. I don't know guns. So
A nondescript basic pistol. It's a +2. So you said you had 4. You had 7.
yeah.
With a messy crit. Hoo-hoo. So sorry, doing math real quick. There's a margin of 3.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The gun is +2. Superficial. So that rounds to 3. Superficial for corpse. As she does get you. Closer than you would have liked.
Oh.
Lindsay, you are
You-
enraged.
Oh. Father. Fuck. And he reaches behind him and he gets the coffee table and he's gonna hurl the whole coffee table at her.
Oh my god, yes.
He's gonna rouse the blood.
Okay,
Oh God. I'm gonna dodge again.
go for it. Dex Athletics.
Still have
Let's
my
add some
arousal.
dice. He's in pain.
Damn it.
He doesn't like pain. On him anyway. Five.
1.
No. I mean, okay, so coffee table damage is still superficial damage.
Yeah.
That's randomly. He didn't even really aim. It was more out of rage, just right in a general direction.
And it sideswipes the crap out of you. That was 3 damage? Or is 3? Margin of 3? Because you said you get 4.
I
Okay.
got 1.
So yeah. So for 2 superficial. No, 1 superficial. Just check on something.
I see you want to make this interesting.
I'm not gonna go down without a fucking fight this time, you bitch.
I would hope not. You were kind of boring last time.
You did it like a coward. Shoot again.
Go
Oh, he's
for
going
it.
to try to dodge.
Oh
if he
yeah.
can.
You have rapid reflexes. You
I
absolutely
do.
can.
I do. Three, five.
Hold on.
Corpse, are you using potence
I used potence for
or
the
prowess?
coffee table toss.
Okay, gotcha.
Six.
4.
Miss.
He almost just kind of leans back. It seems kind of in semi-slow motion. And then he wants to rush right at you, arms attempting to wrap around you and plow you right into the wall.
Oh. Okay. All right. Gonna dodge again.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try to dodge again. Actually, if he's coming at me like that, I want to try and hit him.
Okay. Strength and brawl, Lindsay.
Okay, that's a lot better. Roll for me.
With your strengths.
5.
All right.
I only got 4.
Well, it's I don't know if it's enough to give you any more superficial damage, but she slugs you as you go running at her. Catches you off guard. She's spicier than she was last time.
Add a little bit of spice.
Well, you tamed your women, Ashford.
That's what you are for.
Thank God you're paying me good enough. As he goes to swing at her.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and dodge this time.
5.
3.
That's a superficial.
Just going right for a jaw.
Straight up in a fist fight now. Nicholas is pacing the room in a circle, watching.
He takes the knife in his other hand. He drops it right between them, so it's sticking out of the ground. By all means, I know you want to use it.
I am going to try and shoot him again.
And he's going to try to dodge.
I need 2 more dice.
Actually, no. He's not going to try to dodge. He's going to try to use manipulation. It's going to be a shitty roll. Manipulation and streetwise to try to get her to drop the gun and use the knife on him. And as she's about to raise the gun, he goes, "Oh, that's right. You can't do things without that little thing in your hand."
Do I roll against that? Do I roll against that?
You would roll, I would say, insight. Hang on. Look at your character sheet.
Okay.
Insight and composure.
Ugh. Insight and composure. Okay.
He really wants to egg her on.
I'm going to use some willpower.
Excellent.
Uh, 3.
What did Corpse have?
You got a 3.
Oh, interesting.
Don't know how it works when it's 2 of us.
When it's 2 players, it's interesting. What I'm gonna say. The beast that started screaming in the back of your head when you got that messy crit at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
This is due to him what he did to you.
I drop the gun then, and I guess I pick up the knife.
You don't just have to drop it, but you go for the
I
knife,
put
for
the
sure.
gun away.
Oh, gun safety.
Yeah. And I will try to stab him, I guess.
That is strength or dex and melee.
Well, okay.
And as I go to see her swing at me, I'm going to swing at her with a bigger knife.
Oh, damn.
One, 2, 4.
5.
Ah, You pull your bigger knife corpse, and she gets under. Lower than you expected. And just gets you. Not enough to hurt. Not enough to damage. But enough that it stings.
Is that all you got? Is that all you got?
I'm gonna keep trying to stab him.
Okay.
We're both gonna swing again.
Knife
This
fight.
time.
Knife fight.
This time I'm going for face. Directly diagonal.
Ooh.
6.
1.
Oh shit. He is way more experienced at this than you are, Lindsay. As fueled by rage as you are, you start to go for him again, and the blade slices across. Awakens bad memories for a moment. As you feel it slice across your face. And that'll be 2 superficial damage.
Cool. So I'm at 8 superficial.
8. That should mean that you have 3 aggravated, is what's going on.
Okay.
Because you have all 5 of your health track has been filled with superficial. Now that means 3 goes into the aggravated. And for the moment, on this knife fight, we will quickly switch scenes to a sports car careening into the parking lot of Dark Tales Haunted House.
Just quick point. Would have, as a good co-pilot, Victor would have changed for appropriate music for this whole thing.
Okay.
I unfortunately was not expecting we switched right now and totally forgot the song I had in my head. So
What? Okay.
Whatever was the song, I forgot it. Just something quick, something like beat punk, probably from his own friends that have the music there just to hype.
It's
in any case,
something fierce rock. It is pumping you guys up. By the way, we got a donation from Anonymous for Lindsay to give her an extra die to her die pool. Thank you guys. She's gonna need it. And so the rest of the coterie pulls into the parking lot of Dark Tales, blasting some music. It cuts out and the night goes quiet as you guys rush up to the side door and begin to knock. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah. And it doesn't take very long for the door to open, almost to the point where you almost hit Dave in the face.
Oh, sorry, Dave.
He said, ah! Okay, I get it. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out too. I don't know what's going on.
She didn't say anything.
No, she was just like, here's my friend. He just got turned.
She didn't. She said she was gonna go.
She didn't tell. She said if she told me where she was gonna go, I was gonna get hurt. And I don't know what the hell that means, but I don't know what she's gotten herself into.
you people know her, where she would have gone.
There's only one place I can think of, but she wouldn't be that.
What's a place?
She would, and that's the only person who would do something like this.
Is it though? I mean, we're dealing with a lot of shit lately.
Where else are we gonna check?
Fair enough.
So-
Unless you still have tracking and shit on her phone.
So from behind Dave, he kind of led you guys like up the stairs so that you're not standing out in the middle of a parking lot yelling at each other. As he leads you upstairs, and from behind him, you see a figure come out that you vaguely recognize as having the hair and the sort of face and the clothing style of Tony, who you met back at the dive. But it's fairly clear that he is had a close encounter with something you can only assume was a Nosferatu. And he kind of comes around the corner like, "Oh, hey, I know you guys." Well, not him, but I know you two. Do you know?
New.
Do you guys know what's going on?
We can catch up later. Do you know what's going on?
I don't. So all I remember was I was playing video games at my house the other night, and I think somebody broke in or something. And the next thing I know, I was grabbed and fighting something off, and then I just kind of blacked out. And when I woke up, everything was in pain, everything hurt. And I had this note next to me that said "from Lindsay," and it had that kind of, you know how she used to wear that rose.
Basil's gone. He's going back to the car.
What did I say?
You've been helpful, Tony. Thank you very much. Stay here, and I'm gonna turn around and back with Basil.
Okay.
Back on. Music's blaring. You guys better hurry the fuck up.
Oh no!
I like your new hair.
The moment Basil turned around and went, Victor's like right behind him.
Even Dave's like, I don't know what the fuck just happened. As you guys run back down the stairs, out into the night, into the car, music back on, back out into the roads. In the penthouse. Hacking and slashing.
Hack and slash.
Hack and slash.
What does Lindsay do?
Oh, what a great question.
Panic and not at the disco.
Yeah. How dare you, Secretary?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
A bit. I'm tense, okay?
I think she's gonna start running for the door. She's realized she cannot like fight this alone.
I'm going to attempt, when she goes to turn, I flip the knife like this, slam it into her foot with potence, and try to stick her to the ground.
Okay, give me
right
a
at the
roll.
top of her foot.
Ouch.
Dodge, I guess.
Baraka of death. For 5 with a messy crit.
Ooh.
4.
Not enough.
I critted, but not a messy crit, so
I
She
think
just lunges as she attempts to turn.
I think with a messy crit, you get her leg. You pin the leg. You go for the foot, you get the leg. Pinned through with the knife into the floor.
And it's about 7 inches serrated blade
fucking hell.
into the floor.
Lindsay, you were brought to your knees. At least one knee.
And he goes to get up, and he's a couple of inches away from you. And he goes to reach for something in his robes.
I shoot him
Okay, give me dex and firearms.
Go
in
for
the
it.
face.
In the
That's
face.
fine. It might make him prettier.
Seven.
Holy shit.
Damn.
I'm going to attempt to, but I don't think that's going to work.
You have rapid reflexes. You
1,
never know.
2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. I'm going to burn a willpower.
Ooh.
We're going to play that game.
Willpower fight.
6, 7, 8.
Fuck.
Damn. He's quick. You fling it up as he's coming towards you. He just head jerk. You thought you had him for a second.
When I regain my senses from hearing the ring of the shot being so close, I'm probably gonna have to take a penalty on that because I was pretty close.
Yeah, as was Lindsay.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt, as I reached into my robes, to jab her up in the chest cavity with something sharp and wooden. A little pokey pokey.
All right, roll
I'm
to stake.
gonna try and like.
6.
I meant to brush up on the staking.
I don't know,
rules,
like
but you know
fucking
what? I
smack
forgot.
it out of his hand. Like shit.
You can try.
Do you want to dex or do you want to strength?
Strength. Dex. You kidding me?
I mean, what'd you get, Lindsay?
Is it just strength or is it strength?
Oh no, I was going for strength and brawl. Sorry.
Okay, I'm also going to use my extra die. So that is strength.
Okay,
on, sorry.
For a combat staking, the hunter must make a called shot at a -2 penalty and inflict 5 points or more of damage.
Six.
He goes for it, and you hold him. This is turning into a Scream movie at this point, where you're holding the stake in front of you.
Yup.
Why fight it? Just go to sleep. And I'm going to attempt to push it into her chest cavity with potence. Just fucking strength.
It is strength and melee.
Can I try and keep it? Like, is there a way for me to hold it?
You can continue to try and oppose. This would definitely be strength and brawl. It is not dex.
Yeah.
4. And I'm going to burn a willpower.
5 messy crit.
6.
So it's not enough to get it into her. She's fighting you with everything she has. And with the sudden, you manage to kind of start to get it in. You start to pierce, and she shoves as hard as she can, and the stake goes tumbling across the room.
Shit.
Shoot.
Okay, go for
He
it.
goes to turn for the stake. He's not even facing her anymore because he knows that she's pinned.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Not to mention, you did just have a shot in your ears, so.
yes.
3.
So he's going to go scramble for it.
Two.
Five. -2, so 3.
It's close. It is another loud bang right next to your ear.
He goes to pick it up again and turn around.
I'm gonna pull this knife out of my leg.
Give me strength for that because he did shove it down into the floor.
Yeah.
Strength. Athletics. Strength and athletics.
Well, that's just strength for me, baby.
Okay. We have learned nothing.
4.
It takes a second. It's
Okay.
going to take you a second to get it out.
He's going to attempt to dive on her again. Going for the chest.
Did you go around and get your stake?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That was my turn, turning around and scrambling to go and get it.
As she fired at you. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Gonna try and block. I don't.
You're trying to get the thing out of your,
Yeah.
6 and a -2, so 4.
Yeah, so 4 would be enough to grab her. It's not enough to actually be able to stake her, but you got a hold of her.
I don't like when you're rolling, Star. Nicholas.
There's a flash in front of you as you're wrestling with this Nosferatu who's trying so hard to push this stake in, as Nicholas is there suddenly with the heel of his hand on that stake, shoving it. It's not in yet.
Gonna
Oh,
try
he's
and
gonna
stop
continue to push
them.
it. Oh, he's gonna continue to push it.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to try and stop it.
Okay.
I'm assuming straight strength would be strength and athletics.
Yes. Strength. I think it's for strength and melee, honestly.
Even better.
I'm gonna use
That's awesome.
another willpower. I'm running out of willpower.
2 crits
Jesus fuck.
total.
4.
Wow, Nicholas didn't help as much as I'd hoped he would.
He's a weak bitch.
He's not built for strength, guys.
No.
Yes, he is. He's a weak bitch.
yeah.
It's just hate on Nicholas time. It's fine.
He didn't hire me because I'm handsome. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You're
It's
fighting
stressful.
You're fighting it. You're fighting it with everything you have. Nicholas is
Just-
so close to your face.
Just fucking go down already.
And with a final shove both from him and from Corpse, you feel yourself go stiff.
I think you enjoyed that way too much, Ashford.
I didn't hire you to talk.
You're right. But you didn't tell me she was going to be this fucking feisty. There's only one. I thought there was supposed to be a group of them.
We're lucky there wasn't the whole group. She's
Lucky
not the
you
only
stood up in the
feisty.
fucking chair.
She's not the only feisty one. They may still be coming. We need to move quickly.
Let's get out of here. I have everything set up, just as you asked. Gotta get a new robe.
Have you gotten a new robe in the past 20 years?
You don't know how hard it is to come by these things. There's comfort.
He just gestures for you to follow him as he takes a side exit out of the penthouse.
He picks her up, throws her over his shoulder. Those one-track minds.
Are you cleaning up the area at all?
Nope.
Are you picking up your knives?
This one, I'm leaving behind.
Okay.
Right on the floor. This one, I'm taking with me.
Excellent.
This one, I'm going to use for later.
So,
As he heads out.
careening down the streets of Heligdom, you pull up to the very familiar tower. Aesthetic photography. You see that the door, the sliding glass door at the entrance, well, there went my pocket, is pulled open a bit, just enough for someone to be able to walk through.
Question: what the truck where Lisa came?
Yes, you do see the truck that you guys were using earlier in the night parked on the curb, very unceremoniously.
Just get out of the car. power walking.
How I'm running.
Okay. Basically running like, okay.
Basil, you can do more than just run.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up the fucking wall.
Okay, give me a rouse check for that.
Okay. That's
Like-
one, right? It's been a while.
Yes, just one rouse check.
Okay, I'm good.
Alrighty. So Victor gets out and begins to power walk. Next thing you know, Basil is shooting past you, and you think he's going to go for the door, and he's not going for the door, and then he goes up the wall.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know where his window is. I'm gonna get like he's pulling the pocket knife he has out of his pocket, and he's gonna break through the glass.
Okay. With the momentum that you have to go up there, I would say you can do so. What's up, Lucian? What you doing?
I would like to, since Victor took off and Basil went up, I'm going to activate Sense the Unseen, and I'm going to kind of keep an eye on things as I'm heading up there. With Gideon being always behind us and shit, I'm used to this now.
Fair.
I'm activating Sense the Unseen, and I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
You do know that when Hank gave you a ride, Gideon stayed behind.
Yeah,
But
I'm just saying that others can do that now that I know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. It is a great instinct to have. Give me Auspex and Resolve.
Auspex and Resolve. And I am hungry. Because we're still hungry from
Right, you
previous
still have
session.
2 points of hunger, 2 levels of hunger.
Auspex and Resolve. It's only 2.
And give me what's an awareness as well.
Oh, okay. Wits and awareness. That one's a 3.
Okay.
Sorry, bumping the mic. Put my roller over here on the other side.
So, are you going inside as well, or are you just keeping an eye out as you walk?
No, I definitely am going inside, but I'm keeping an eye on my surroundings.
Okay. You don't see anything unseen, nothing untoward that you are not used to. And as you kind of keep an eye out, you don't see any cars pulling away. You don't see any cars at all. It's in the middle of the night in the very fancy area of Heligdom, very business, very rich area of Heligdom. You don't see anything. And you make your way inside after Victor. And we're going to take a quick break. Quick 5-10 minute break.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nerd Asylum by Night. We're picking up with Lucian and Victor running into the base level of the aesthetic photography skyscraper. Meanwhile, Basil ran straight up the side of it, reached the window that leads to Nicholas's penthouse, and anchored himself with a knife through the window. The glass does crack and splinter where you are. You see it spread like roots, but it doesn't shatter yet. You don't know how long it's going to hold you, though.
It's fine.
Inside, there are lights on. You don't see any movement.
If I scoop myself around to where the edge of the window is, can I theoretically break the glass and still support myself?
So here's the thing. Traversal is a movement-based being able to move. So you have momentum to get up. You're not spider climbing.
Okay.
You would have to kind of hop over. It's largely just plate glass windows.
Okay.
So right now,
but I don't see anybody inside.
Right.
If I'm able to. Okay.
Right now, you are supporting yourself by a knife in the window, and it is quickly cracking.
He's gonna yank it out and do this like turn and go back down to the ground.
I believe you have to roll another rouse check for that.
Fine.
If you were traversing down.
Hungy.
Okay. And you drank, I'm gonna say you had time to drink enough to bring yourself back down to 1 earlier.
Okay.
So you are at 2. Okay. So speedy yourself back down.
Lucy, did you see anyone?
The landing's a bit rough. They're already inside.
Okay. I'm gonna go find them if I can.
You get inside into the empty dark lobby. One of the elevators, you see the lights on top, it's going up. You can presume that's the one that they're in.
Okay. There's no elevators coming down or
No. Not
Okay.
that would go to the lobby.
Can we push the call button?
No, you two are already up. You two are in
okay, got you.
Elevator that's going up.
Are there any is there like a emergency stairwell?
Yeah, there's also a second elevator if you want to take that, but you could theoretically just blink up the stairs.
Okay. I was gonna block it, but I think I'm just gonna. He just wants to get up there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go up the stairs.
All right. For ease of narration, you arrive at the top about the same time that you hear the ding of the elevator and your 2 comrades walk out.
Anything?
Nope. Just walk in.
Can you like smell her or anything?
What do we have in front of us?
So you guys walk down the hall, only familiar to one of you. Open the door, which is unlocked, into the penthouse, which again, only familiar to Basil. And there's not, actually, no, there is obvious signs of a struggle because there was a table thrown across the room. I forgot about that. You see a broken and upended glass-topped table leaning against one side of the room. Upon closer inspection, there's the occasional bullet hole in the wall. You see towards the center of this wide sort of living space, there's spots of blood, which the 2 kindred would be able to definitely tell as vitae upon closer inspection. There's an abandoned gun, a small knife, and a plastic rose pendant on a chain.
Take the rose pendant and hold it out to Victor.
You want me to follow the smell?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't done this in a while. Gonna close my eyes, focus on the rage inside of me, and focus on the part that connects the human with the wolf, and try to reach the lupus form, because that one has a -2 to perception difficulty, so that should at least more or less help me.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be easier to track with.
Yeah. So I need to roll. It's my normal roll for transforming, right? That is.
So here's the fun thing.
Aha.
It is primal urge plus rage. And in order, the number of successes that you get dictates how many forms across you go. So in order to go from
We'll need
Homid to
4.
Lupus, you need 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you need 4 successes.
Oh God. And now I only have 3 to roll for because my rage is at 1 right now.
Mm-hmm. Unless somebody wants to make a bad pun.
This is gonna be okay. Well,
You can make the roll more than once.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. I'm just worrying about the time, but yeah, no, time is of essence. So I'm just gonna do that. It's gonna be 3 dice. So, wait, it's a D10. No, that is 6. Do not. That's 2 successes and 1 is a 10.
All right, you need 2 10s.
Yeah, so I got 2 successes.
Okay.
And there goes Hank.
Oh no, Hank's clothes. So, for the second time tonight, and actually, to be honest, at least Lucian, you were kind of out of it when this happened last time, so you didn't get to witness it. You only got to witness the opposite way. You watch him, you think for a second he's focusing on the scent and like memorizing it and smelling it, and then the next thing you know, his form begins to shift again. And there's the ripping of clothing. His muscles and his shoulders just rip out as they multiply in size. You can hear the cracking of bone. And there is a fully sized werewolf crouching in this room in front of you now.
And then
That's the thing that happened.
What, Joe?
Lucian just says that's a thing that just happened.
Yeah. That happens. And then try to get the rest of the way to Lupus form.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Woo! 3 successes.
Okay, there you go. After another couple of moments, he begins to shrink down, but not back into a human. This time into a rather normal, if not large, wolf.
Good sound effects, Star. Very immersive.
Thanks.
Just this large wolf has this black, completely void black fur, and it now looks toward the pendant and trying to like reach to sniff it a bit better.
It's honestly not that different from when you've seen Diana in her wolf form, except the fact that he's about 4 times bigger. Okay, so I think that's definitely going to be perception. And normally I would say survival. You don't have any survival.
Could it be primal urge?
You know what? What about perception and investigation?
Yeah. A perception investigation. That's a total of 3. Let's see.
What?
3 ones.
You botched it. You gotta botch.
Oh.
So, you sniff at the pendant that's in Basil's hand. And then you take a minute. You begin to circle around the room. You keep coming back to the blood. Some of the blood, not all of it. That's in the center of the room. And then you circle around again. And then you go back to the pendant. and it's becoming very obvious that he's having trouble figuring out where it went. And
Okay, I
then,
gave him a reroll.
oh, I see. Yeah.
Come on, boy.
Come on. You hold it out to him again. So here's what I was going to say. You hold it out to him again. He goes and snips it. And without thinking about it, Victor, you just hop and like grab it in your mouth. But give me that reroll.
Okay. As I do that, and in my head, there's a part of me, like the human part of me, like, oh my God, this no, how am I doing this? This is wrong. This is wrong. I'm not used to doing this. I never went into that many hunts. Why did I miss those points? I start to think, okay, what my ancestors would do. I need to focus on that. Please, ancestors, bring me wisdom, and I'll try to use my ancestor thingy. Which once per game session, I can do the background rolls, and if for each success allows the character to add 1 die to the dice pool of an ability. Yeah.
What is it? Just like a
because right now on my ancestor background I only have 1 point. I think it would be just
so
1 die.
You can feasibly add a die. I see. Yes, that's where it was.
Yeah. No.
Oh no.
I
The
got
ancestors are quiet.
Damn it. Okay. Oh, time to re-roll that. 1, 2, 3. I will spend. Can I spend the willpower to get a success, or was it a rage?
Yeah. No, it's willpower. You spend willpower.
Okay. Can I spend 1 willpower to at least have 2 successes,
That makes you. Oh, you got 2 successes?
including the willpower?
Okay. He's trying, guys. So now with this plastic pendant in your mouth, you're trying very hard not to just start chewing on it. Basil, he leaves a little bit of slobber on your hand as he pulls it away.
Anything yet?
He tries again, and you see him circle. It's not so much Lindsay's scent that you catch. It's here. You recognize it. She has a certain perfume that you were smelling all night, not to mention the Vitae. But there's also something else. Something that is way less pleasant than her perfume. It is a smell of old dried blood, old chemicals, possibly bleach. Sort of a rust smell. It's unpleasant and it's much stronger. And that's a scent that you can follow.
I'll begin to follow wherever it leads me.
Okay. Are you going to give Basil back the pendant?
Just
He wants to keep it in his mouth. That's
trying to move it so I can like keep it with the molars just there instead of avoiding it, just swallowing it.
Yeah, you could basically have it like hanging from the chain.
Yeah, and then just go off. Don't wait. No time for explanations.
Okay. The scent leads you to a side entrance or side exit. It leads out of the living room there into a hallway, past a couple of doors, one of which smells a bit like Lindsay, but it's not where you're trying to go. And it leads into the exit that goes into sort of a access hallway. I think probably something for fire escape. It's very sterile feeling in here. It's all concrete metal. It's a long staircase that goes downwards, and you continue to smell both Lindsay and the other scent as it goes down, as well as a third scent, but it's not one that you recognize, and it's not one that is strong enough for you to really keep track of the whole way down. So you begin to lead the other 2 down these stairs.
Actually, I'd like to stay in the room for a minute.
Okay.
Because there's some things I want to do in the room before following.
What you doing, Lucian?
Lucian's going to take his phone out and he's going to take a couple pictures of the room, especially the blood, the broken coffee table, like document the evidence of the state of the room. And then he's going to look around for some kind of glass or vial or some kind of container. And he's going to scoop up some of the vitae.
You know for a fact from what you have there on the small knife that's laying there, there's some rusty sort of stains on the blade, and then there's a fresher area that has a smell of vitae rather than human blood. Honestly, this place is fairly bereft of like spice jars or anything like that. You might be able to find a shot glass.
That would work as well. Anything that would hold it in there for a minute. I would scoop up the vitae, take the knife, take pictures.
You get as much as you can. Oh, yeah. You know, I don't know if Kim should have to use physic block bags.
That's a bag lunch.
But you find something small and innocuous.
Oh god.
And then I will pull out my phone and I will dial Prada's number as I'm walking down the hallway towards the sound of Victor clomping through the hallway.
Okay. So you follow him, you start following him down the stairs, and it's a little bit hard to kind of focus on the phone as you're trudging down the stairs and it's echoing and such like that. But you do hear Prada's voice come through. It says, Lucian, just the person I was wanting to talk to. I was going to call you tomorrow night, but if you want to get this over with now.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You first then.
I got a very interesting call from Gideon earlier. What the hell have you guys been up to tonight?
It's oh god, okay. We were somewhere, we were doing something. It's been a long night, Prada.
Oh really? Oh, it's not as long as the nights are gonna be for me when I'm trying to clean up your fucking mess. God damn it.
I tell you what, I will do whatever I can to clean this mess up for you, and I will be at your bidding call for the next 20 years. But I need you to do something for me.
Listen, you gotta be careful what you offer people, okay?
I'm serious.
What's going on?
I will owe you whatever boon you want to collect on this, but I need you to issue a blood hunt on Nicholas. I know you can't do it. I know the prince but you're right next to the prince.
I know I'm not right next to her right now.
Well, not physically, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, okay, look, I need reason. What happened? I know you guys hate him, but that's not enough of a reason.
I know.
Go to the point. Just say the thing. Just do it.
I'm not sure what the result is yet.
I feel like Victor has just straight up stopped and is looking at you with that there's a very specific face that dogs make when they're like,
you're calling somebody. Just say the thing. Stop giving it circles.
It's either kinslaying or, at the very least, repeated defiance of the authority of the prince.
What happened?
Nicholas has attacked Lindsay. And I have proof.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Ugh. Okay.
And if she's dead...
Did you find her?
Her vitae is on the floor.
Okay. All right. So let me point out, she is young enough that if she's dead, she would leave a corpse.
Yes, but they could be moving her.
That's true. You have a point.
We're still following their trail. I don't know how this is going to end, and if I'm wrong, it can be my head on the chopping block.
Okay, no, I believe you.
Good, jump in the line.
All right, I'll send someone out to investigate.
Thanks. And I'm just gonna click the hang up button. I'm not even waiting for a response.
Okay. All right, so as you finish up your call, you guys reach the base of the stairs. It has a metal door, one of the push kinds with the bar across the center. And the small rectangular window that has the chain link on the inside. Through it, you can see darkness, cement columns, and because I like this image, Victor as a wolf just pushing it open and then pushing his way through.
Yeah.
His big paws.
Just
Victor pushes it open and proceeds on through, and you guys find yourselves in a parking garage. Or at least some sort of underground parking area. Maybe not a full-on multi-level, but there are cars around. Victor, you can follow the scent for a ways, but when it ends, when it disappears, the car, whatever was there, is gone.
do I smell the gasoline, the gas from something you having recently?
Yeah, you definitely smell like the kind of cloud that is left behind of exhaust oil.
Yeah.
But it's
Disgusting.
not enough for you to be able to trace it. Especially not with the two.
Yeah.
This is not your forte, unfortunately. You were more of the talker.
Yeah, I am not I'm not that kind of werewolf. Just gonna look at the two of them. Ears from going to that other post to like pull on a bit.
His ears
like,
kind of flop.
Yeah, like and just hang the chain, just offer the chain back to Basil.
I'll take it. I'd like to get out my phone and call Tish.
We're pulling out all the stops tonight.
I need a favor.
All right. So it rings a couple of times and you hear, "What's up, Oregano?"
You know, it's funny the first like 3 times.
I didn't think
I
it was
need
funny
help.
that many times. What? Oh, you need help.
Lindsay's missing.
Oh.
And Nicholas is behind it. Do you know if he's got any place besides his little penthouse in the sky that he likes to go to hide out?
Who the fuck is Nicholas?
Her ex-husband? What rock have you
She
been
was
living under?
married? I don't keep
Yeah,
up with
she was-
your bullshit. This is not my
He's,
business. I have the whole of the anarchists
right.
of this place to run. I don't get involved in your little
I don't know if he's
issues.
come across your radar. He likes to pretend he's a bigwig, but
No, I don't know who the hell that is. I can find out. I have no problem finding out. If you give me some more details.
yeah, he's gonna give her like first and last name, address. That's basically it. But we need something fast. He fucking has her. I don't know what.
I'll put some guys on it. Don't worry. Well, maybe worry a bit. I don't know what the hell this guy's capable of.
All right. Thanks. Let me know. If you find anything out, let me fucking know immediately, okay?
I will. God, everyone's asking for shit from me tonight. Fuck.
Well, this is whatever else there is, this takes priority.
Yeah. Sure.
Please.
No,
Please.
Okay. Jesus. I'll let you know.
Thank you. He's gonna hang up.
Victor would start making his way, trying to just follow the very faint smell of this gasoline to the exit, and I'm sure that's the when it just gets absolutely lost with the pollution and corruption.
Yeah, it leads out to a, it ramps up to the street level, and you can tell where you are. You're like not even a block away from the entrance. You have no idea which way they went. So, meanwhile, in a different part of Philligdom, two kindred and their prize.
What kind of vehicle would we be taking over to our destination?
It would be a high-end SUV. Something sleek and black. Not overly statement-making, but still obviously expensive.
So I'm going to sit in the back seat with Lindsay draped over my lap, because part of our agreement not only was a financial exchange, but Nicholas knows my fondness for being around the dead. So I'd have her cradled in my arm. And as he's driving, I'd be speaking to her and looking into her empty eyes right now, knowing that she's probably screaming full of rage, torment, and wants to cry out, wants to swing, wants to slash. And it would simply just be, you put up a hell of a fight. Normally, I would use this and I would feed on you before I gave you away. And he would lay it right on her chest and say, but I'm not going to do that. You've earned respect from this piece of shit. At least for this round. And he would continue to stroke her hair as she would see the flaps of skin that would appear as if he was actually a corpse found in some type of watery, drenched hole, starting to form up and swell up. Face distorted, as if it started to shift from left to right. So the mouth is actually on one side of the face. The nose is curving up and swollen, bloated to the left. An extra flap or two here. And even in the areas that she slashed away at from his actual robes, she can see the bulba's bloated form, pale skin, bubbled over, calloused. But he would be taking care of her until they reach their destination.
So the car drives off towards a place that Lindsay can't quite see. Mostly, you just get to stare up at the disgusting corpse above you, and if you're lucky, the ceiling of the SUV. But eventually, the car does stop. Nicholas gets out, and then opens the door next to corpse. Says, all right. Do what you're going to do.
And he would drag her out of the car, flop her over the shoulder again. You know, normally, I like your money. It's good. It's clean. It's untraceable. And he would reach into a robe, and it would seem kind of bloodstained, that tight wad cash. And he would throw it back into the car, and he goes, "This one's on me. I had fun tonight."
Nicholas shrugs and shuts the car door. Doesn't take the cash. Just leaves it on the seat.
He would head into the building, where upon entry, it would look like some type of business office of sorts, with a giant double staircase that wraps around onto a second story. And in the center of it, there is an enormous aquarium. Huge. Something at least $250,000, custom built. And at the top of the stairs, as he would actually drag her up, bump, bump, bump up every stair, she would feel every single repetition until she'd be put on her side, and she can see what resembles an old chest that could possibly be from an antique shop, possibly some replica custom built, and a couple of chains. And he would dump her into the chest. And then he would reach in to his robes, and he has what looks like a brick, but it's got to be a Nokia, like the ultimate weapon of cell phones, unbreakable. And he chucks it right on top of her. And he has an apparatus that's inside the chest that he pulls a cord on, and he wraps it around the base of the stake. And he leans over to her, and he simply goes, "Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things you can do without a mom." As he would slowly close it. And as it closes, the mechanical device that's inside the chest retracts. And as it shuts and locks, the stake is ripped out of her. You would hear some type of movement from outside of the chest as you're just coming out of it with the clasping of some type of heavy raw iron. The chest would be turned and pushed into the aquarium.
There's a loud splash. And then you watch the edges of the chest begin to well up a little bit with water that just barely begins to trickle in.
Fuck, I'm freaking out. Raging against this box before I grab the phone.
You feel it jingle and clank against the chains that you saw outside that were wrapped around it. This thing is sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
It's, even if it is a replica, it's very well built, and the pressure of the water makes it even harder as you feel it settle softly against gravel. And the whole thing is just filled with your screams. And while it's a little early,
Oh.
I think with a panicked coterie and an imprisoned Lindsay, that's what we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you guys for all the thank you guys for all the new follows in the raid. Sorry you guys came in at the end, but if you want to know what had just happened in this excellent guest episode, you can catch it later on this week when we put it onto YouTube and onto the Nerd Asylum's website. That's what that word is. Thank you, Michael, for joining us as Corpse tonight.
Yes.
Amazing.
So good. So good.
Loved it. Thank you for having me.
Tell us where we can find you.
Yeah.
You can find me on the socials at Venture1399, Instagram and Twitter for all your inspirational art and hijinks of Vampire the Masquerade and other TTRPGs. You can also find me Wednesday, soon to be Thursdays, on Vancouver by Nights, Toronto by Day. Tales from the Rookery, a Changeling Dreaming 20th anniversary actual play. And upcoming in a couple of weeks, myself and a couple of very talented individuals are going to be starting up a channel. I can't really specific about that yet, but I'm sure if you follow this and you follow me, you will find out imminently. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming on. This has been amazing.
It was awesome.
DB, you want to take it away?
Sure. You can follow the Nerd Asylum on all of our social medias. That's at the Nerd Asylum on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You can also join our Discord to theorize how Lindsay is going to get the hell out of this. Please, thank you everybody for donating to Extra Life. It did help tonight, especially during the fight with Corpse. We will be back in 2 weeks. And yeah, check out the socials to know what other things we have going on. We're always doing different shows all the time.
We have a Monster of the Week show. We have an Altered Carbon show. We have an Avatar show.
Yep. The only thing we don't have right now is D&D.
I mean, we have we have
coming
podcasts.
soon.
Yeah.
D&D is returning.
D&D is coming back. But thank you everybody and have a good night.
With that, stay nerdy, friends.
Bye.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper, and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together.
Lasath, the Divine.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with my car.
Misty Charlotte Palladino,